I see one of them.
Hello everyone! So Azure is finally out, and I might be a little bit late to the update covering this. Data Forsaken is kind of a big game. Yeah, I might be kind of late to this stuff, but I'm still making a video. So this update kind of took forever to come out if I'm honest, because seriously, this is like the big Noli update all over again. Yeah, I'm talking about, I don't know, it's like Noli update was kind of big. I was there when it was happening. It was pretty cool, kind of buggy too. Like seriously, 1x was the best killer in the game at the moment. But now I'm hoping that maybe stuff won't be that bad, but I can't guarantee that. Anyways, I'll be covering most of the update, what I find interesting. If there's something I forgot to cover, just let me know in the comments, alright? Thank you, and enjoy the video. Take care. Okay, Azure's moveset. So for what I have tested, basically, or just from the footage that you're looking at, Azure is kind of easy to grasp, to understand at first, but gameplay-wise, I feel like it's gonna be a really self-centered about trapping and also knowing that your traps, they kind of have a limited time when they work at first. So let's go over Azure's entire moveset, shall we? Starting out with this M1. Honestly, his M1 range isn't that bad. I would say it's decent-ish. And for damage, only 22, I think it's fine. Then we go to the first thing, which is the little bulb thingy. So this acts like a turret, where you put it somewhere and it'll start shooting, right? However, it has a limited range and it can't be disarmed. The way you disarm it as a survivor is by walking up to them and they have to do a minigame. And if you mess up the minigame, you will get shot. So keep that in mind. Also, I will go over the anthropic thingy in a second, we'll get to that in a moment. Next up, we have the Seeker, or like the big plant thing. So this acts like an area of denial tool, where if you get too close to it, it will snatch you and you'll take some damage. This could be really good for cutting off loops, but it's a 50-50 because this can also be disarmed. And next up, we have the little snipe attack. Because Azure has tendrils, or tentacles, whatever you call it, yeah, you can snipe enemies and you can throw them around like a toy. It is okay damage, I would say, but you will be hit with helpless and you'll be hit with another thing too, which is slowness, yeah. And then we have the final thing, which is the big ass transformation. So this is basically like more of a beast form. However, it has its own moveset and you have way less stamina. Also, it has a limited time because it filled up the oblation. So, in the end, I think that Azure is a mix between Sixer and John Doe. Because Sixer also has a mechanic just like Azure's beast form, but instead of it being a beast, you get to stop the time. And then you have John Doe because, for the traps. Overall, I think Azure could be really fun to play as. I really hope that they will balance them right. And honestly, I'm looking forward to play for Azure. Alright, let's move on to the next thing. Alrighty, so next up I would like to cover the new changes to the maps, because this is kind of an interesting one. Because from what I've heard originally before the update, they're going to change a lot to the maps to make them more fair, I would say. I really don't know. But I'll cover some of the changes that go to the newer maps. And I kind of go through order that I kind of found like good enough. So enjoy the showcase. Hey, editing archive here. I wasn't originally planning on interjecting during the map section, but I'm only showing off the ones that are like, new have changed. I don't want to show off the new maps because they don't seem that interesting to me. But the thing is, I've noticed that the devs, they kind of killed on looping in general. But if you look at the footage, yeah, looping's not really difficult to do, or it's like showing significantly. And honestly, this change isn't for the best, but let me explain. So in a game like Forsaken, looping has a lot of things you have to do, right? And looping is a way to survive too. A lot of people say like, wow, it's now a teamwork game. When teamworking in a public lobby that doesn't have like pro servers, yo, good luck, you're on your own, dude. And that is something I really wish that they would kind of bring back. Like not fully, but like have some loops left where you at least have a chance on surviving. like, okay, if you're not playing Sentinel, yeah, you're kind of not forced to really know how to stamina manage, which, of course, I do know, but I don't know, I don't want to complain about skill stuff, but it's just like, why did they do this? I don't get it. Like, I really don't. But, yeah, anyways, I really like the new maps. I think, like, the redesigns, I think they're pretty cool, honestly. A few of them aren't changed, because, I don't know, they were fine, I guess, but I really hope, and I really do hope, that the devs will kind of go back to some of the maps and just to kind of improve them again. So it would be kind of fair for everybody in this case, because now the game feels extremely killer-sided. I mean, like, sure, everybody's now going to be a Cool Kid main, because Cool Kid is free, but, like, characters like Jason and, I guess, really maybe Azure, yeah, they're still gonna have a field day this update, so, yeah. Anyways, I'll go back to working in the studio and editing my ass off because I absolutely hate the job. Thank you for watching already, and take care. Also, when it comes to skins and stuff, I won't be able to cover everything, because you wouldn't guess what happened. They're stupidly expensive and there's also too much to buy. Okay, they're like a lot of stuff, and you know, the new quality change in like skins and stuff, I don't know, I think they're okay. I'm not too much of a fan of it. Like, I prefer more simple styles that go for like really high 3D stuff, but like, it kind of is what it is. I can't say much about it. Also, they will not release legacy skins for 007 and 7 and Cool Kid, nor for Chance, but they will do it for fucking 2-time because it's 2-time, and yeah, that's kind of about it, honestly. Like, seriously, I want the legacy milestone skins for 07 and Cool Kid, not for Chance, but yeah, these things are kind of not happening, if I'm honest. Oh well, it is what it is. Take care. Yeah, I need to get back to work. Oh boy, balancing. Yo, I'm gonna keep it surreal with you guys. I have no clue how we're gonna do this, but I'll just try my best to keep like everything short because it's a lot. But we're gonna go over the survivors first, then killers, then the global stuff. Starting off with TAF, where killer detection detonation no longer triggers for walls. So basically, the killer has to be like, in front of the like trap mine instead of, being behind a wall. Let's see what's more interesting. Detonation time increased from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, which is like basically nothing. Detection and explosion radius increased from 16 studs to 19 studs, so bigger explosion radius. Let's see more. And for tripwire now has a 1.5 second arming time after being placed, and that's really about it. Let me see what's more. So for guests, we have general stacking nerf increased from 8% to 10% in terms of knockback. Block increased ability lockout after a filled block. Guests can no longer use abilities until 2 seconds after filling a block. And fixed on kill slowness being much stronger than it intended. Well, actually, thank God. Okay, so for charge, knockback now ramps up based on how long charge is held. So charge is now a charge up move. Yeah, funny enough. Let's see, punch cooldown increased from 1 minute to 55 seconds. Status effect duration are now reduced by 0.35 seconds for every additional guest alive. Noob. Slate skin now grants +1 hitbox priority when active. Okay. 07. Cursor mode when using inject decreases clone's duration by 50% when used. So in short, people don't get what it means. Yeah, clones are now 50% less there, I guess. Let's see more for survivors. Okay, so Builderman got a new ability which is known as carry. Carry allows Builderman to pick up his buildings and move them around. Builderman moves slower while carrying a building. However, the carried building becomes inactive while being moved. Placing a building down with carry makes it much faster than normal. Interesting. The differences between the old sentry and new sentry is mostly just basically cooldown's been reduced, and that's really about it. Same thing for dispenser. Jane Doe. Shatterpoint HP gain stack nerf increased from 8% to 10%, and Shatterpoint's HP gain now reduced by 10% for every additional Jane Doe alive in the match. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just reading it out. Crystal Pitch. Failing to apply resonance on a killer will now also prevent Jane Doe from gaining any shatter points from that hit. So in short, if you try to apply resonance on the killer, but you have another one and you see the cooldown, yeah, you won't get any shatter point HP. Honestly, thank God. Resonance will no longer fail to apply on stun immune killers, and fully stunned killers are still immune to new resonant applications. Okay, good actually. So in short, now onto Hatchet. Stun stacking nerf increased from 0.125 per level now to 0.15 per level. Okay. Elliot. So Elliot got a bunch of things done. But the main thing I want to talk about will be the... And other things are just kind of like, meh, not interesting. So, two-time basically got gutted this update, if I'm honest. And trick stabbing now became inconsistent, so to every level 500 two-time mates, yeah, good luck trying to do that. I think you guys are still going to be able to trick stab, but I mean, the only thing that's worth mentioning is the fact there's a new ability called Prey. But basically, Prey will allow you to regain your health, because two-time no longer has lifesteal on stabbing. But the fact that you're gonna have to find your ritual spawn, pray to there, but it will cost your oblation meter. And basically it'll mean that for a full oblation meter, you gain about 50 health back. So you're gonna have to play two-time like a stealth character now to get your stabs. Also, front stabbing now basically gives you a little bit, and crouch stabbing will give you way more to sort of oblation. And second life form has increased health from 40 to 50. That's about it. Now, let's move on to the killers. Yeah, so killers, they kind of are in an interesting spot now. Starting off with Slasher. So Slasher, only thing that got different is Behead deals now 25 damage instead of 20. Okay, 1x. So pull strength is reduced by 50%. Glitch pull strength bonus increased from 50% to 75%. Glitch and helpless duration reduced from 6 seconds to 5 seconds. Stun duration not skills based off distance traveled. Mass Infection has their speed boost removed. And projectile speed increased by 4%. And Instabilize speed boost duration increased from 1.25 seconds to 1.5 seconds. And minions, they're nothing interesting. Moving on. Nosferatu. Nosferatu got their wind up for Hunter's Feast reverted to their old state. And lag is reduced from half second to 0.4 seconds. Cataclysm slowness duration increased from 6 seconds to 7.5. Review duration increased from 6 seconds to 7.5. Basically everything like slowness, review, and bleeding has went from the original to 7.5 seconds, and bleeding level decreased from 3 to 2. Oh, for cool kid mobile players, aim assist has been reverted to cursor-based aiming, so thank god. Sixer got gutted. Flat out, I feel scared to read out the patch notes because I'm grinding at Sixer. Okay, let's get through this for Sixer. So, starting off with base stats, Blood Orbs now travel 100% faster towards Sixer. Blood Orbs lifetime increased from 6 sec to 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Blood Orbs no longer reduce slash cooldown when collected. Eviscerate slowness duration increased from 2 seconds to 2.5. Slowness now always applies regardless whenever Eviscerate hits or miss. Hitting Eviscerate now cuts the slowness duration by 50%. Okay. Minimum charge duration increased from half a second to 6 seconds or 0.6 seconds. Infernal Cry had their speed duration lowered actually, from 3 to 2 seconds. Bloodhunt strength reduced from 8 seconds to 6 seconds, and highlight duration removed from 12 seconds to 11 seconds. Blood Rush, maximum highlight duration decreased from 20 to 15 seconds, and maximum highlight range reduced from 200 studs to 150 studs. And then we have Bloodhunt no longer self-inflict slowness when helping or helpless when stunned. Base speed increased from 4 seconds to 6 seconds, so mostly nerfs and like 1 or 2 buffs. Honestly, this is better than I expected as like the buffs that we get, but oh my god, thank you Forsaken Death for making this guy less painful to go against. And that's really about it. Everyone else like Noli, John Doe, and Azure, yeah, they're fine. I mean, Azure just got released, what do you expect? And then we go to the global stuff. So, globally, there are now 3 new status effects, not including one from Azure, but we now have Vulnerable, Weakness, and Exhausted. So, for what I get, Vulnerable is basically Weakness, but under a new name. Because Weakness now is like, oh, if you have Weakness enabled, you do 10% less damage, which will stack up. And Vulnerable now is that you take more damage, just like the old Weakness. And then Exhausted. Exhausted reduces stamina regeneration and increases stamina drain by 10% per level. So basically, I don't know how this could be caused, but if you guys have any idea, just put it in the comments. Thank you. Then let me check up on the other things. So we have Stun Immunity Visual Indicator has been updated. Terror Radius are now slightly bigger. And Sentinel Stacking. Sentinel Stacking now no longer reduces stun durations. So let's say if everybody playing Shed, now instead of the stun team 0 seconds, now it will still deal the 1.4 seconds basically. Sentinel Stacking now significantly increases the duration of stun immunity after a stun ends for each Sentinel alive in match. Each additional Sentinel adds alive at 3 seconds of stun immunity. So basically, if you have a stun that is 5 seconds and you have like 8 Sentinels, what you're gonna do is you do 5 times 5. Okay, editor, do the math for me here. Thank you, I'm really bad at math. And that's kind of about it, really. I think the patch notes overall, they're fine. I think they could have been a bit better, but you know what? It is what it is at the end of the day, and I can't complain. Moving on to the last thing. And that's the end of today's little showcase, I guess. Yeah, I know this video is hella outdated because a bunch of things got done, and by the time I was recording this, all the footage you're seeing right now is from release, and the reason it took a while for me to like get this video out was because one, I really got lazy through production, and two, I got some minor stuff happening in the background. And then yeah, that's really about it. So next video will be either on skins or about the new player experience of Forsaken, and thank you for watching, and of course, take care.